Hey everybody, I'm Todd Standing, the man who takes people out into the field and has them either live interact with or eyewitness a Sasquatch, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to go to a throwback day that was one of the most incredible days of my whole life. We literally called it the Planet of the Apes Day. I'm going to tie that in with a new piece of footage that I found online that's very interesting. It ties precisely into what I witnessed, and we're going to review the footage. We're going to talk about these incredible encounters that we had, how everything exploded. I'm going to show some rock stacking, how Sasquatch were interacting with and taking apples. You're literally going to be watching me on camera, hearing a Sasquatch less than 200 yards away from me. So stay tuned, it's going to be an amazing show. Let's get into it.
Masters of civilization, my people, sure could learn a lot from the masters of the wilderness, which is who they are.
There's no way that you got sight of a Sasquatch in those areas with those tree breaks, with those tracks, getting those apples taken, with those sounds, all these things.
Let me set this up real quick. So what happened was we had done these incredible deep way backcountry hikes, and on the day before we literally went on into this hike where we heard a Sasquatch booming around in the bush. He led us down into a creek area. On the other side of the creek, it literally just, we heard primates ripping, busting up trees. It was absolutely incredible. And then the year after I went back there, because a snowstorm came in and I never could investigate it that year. The year after I went back there, and the whole place past that creek, I call Bitternagle Creek, was ripped up trees, busted tree breaks, tracks all over the place. It was amazing. So let me show you this accounting. So what's happening is it's the day after we had our first crazy primates busting up, ripping trees out that we heard. We've come back, spent the night, and all the apples are gone. Almost all the apples. Let's have a look.
The only way I can describe what we heard was a bunch of angry primates freaking out just over the hill from where we were. But it was like a distinct, when we crossed that line, it was an uproar. The river was or the creek is so loud though that we were both wishing we could press the mute button on that to fully hear it. But there was definitely primates freaking out.
Yeah.
And when we left there, we left an X to signify that we weren't going to track any further, and I drew a representation. There was still lots of snow there, so I drew a little guy and a much bigger guy beside it. So maybe they followed us. Well, we were definitely being followed out of there, but maybe they followed us back here, and this is their showing that they didn't come right into camp and scare the crap out of us.
Well, and I heard
No, you were hearing the thump.
the boom, 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 but way off in the distance. They weren't coming close. You know, so
Amazing.
yeah, I agree. We heard like Planet of the Apes down by Bitternagle Creek, which is far from base camp. It's a hell of a hike. I didn't think we were going to get there, but I found another way down that was easier because you only have so many hours to hike in a day. But it was far. We went in there. We saw a wolf track down there. We did some whoops down there, and then I heard some crashing and some breaking of foliage, and I went down there. I didn't see any elk tracks, right? So something was in the bush making some big crashing sounds, and I should have saw some tracks for it, because elk are just big herds and they'll meander all over the place. They don't hide any tracks. So we heard a crash, went down there. Planet of the Apes happened.
We saw wolf tracks.
Yeah, we saw wolf tracks down there, but a wolf wouldn't have, and the wolf tracks are about 24 hours old.
Yep.
We both agree. Really easy to deduce that one, because you're out here. When you're out here and you know, hey, it was hot the day, then it froze up overnight, now it's hot again today, and you go,
The prints themselves were ice, so you could tell that something had stepped in it. The cold came at night, turned it into ice,
right,
and we came there the next day.
Yes, that's my student.
Yes.
I'm teaching him how to track, and he's doing very, very well. He knows how to get bearberries, bunchberries. He'll get his strawberries when they're good, cranberries.
Which are very tasty right now, I might add.
He knew deer tracks before he came out here, and he's clear on the elk tracks. If you ever had any confusion before, he's seen bear tracks. He's seen a shit ton of bear tracks for miles and miles, and he's very clear on tree breaks, tree age. The man's become I mean, do you feel like you've learned a lot on this trip?
Oh, I like to learn something every day, but out here I've learned probably hundreds of things every day. Well, yeah, I've never been out west here. This is beautiful, and there's lots to learn.
The gray jays, the wolves that you heard last night. Oh, we heard wolves last night, didn't we?
You saw the wolf last night,
Yeah.
just before we went to bed.
Beautiful howling. Well, we saw the wolves. We heard them 2 nights ago, and last night they were really close.
Really close.
So, and those were healthy, big Canadian wolves, eh? And many of them. We heard like 3 wolves going howling all at the same time. That was kind of scary, huh?
Kind of intimidating.
Kind of intimidating, kind of scary. One kind of coming around the camp, which is okay. Because if you think wolves are dangerous and that wolves kill people, you're on crack. Get off your crack pipe, please.
Yeah, I didn't feel afraid. It's just the sound is eerie.
Now, we're going to watch this next section where the Sasquatch literally have made a rock structure for me. They made a rock structure that year. You'll see it. There'll be some berries up on it. I'll stop and break up and show you it specifically because you have a good look at how they made this incredible structure for me. And we're actually taking rocks out, experimenting with how you pull rocks out of the ground, because there's so much in depth to that story that's really rich and layered and shows how incredible the Sasquatch actually are. But Rich and I are hyped up. We're stoked because the Sasquatch are out there. They're coming around. Problem is, and I don't talk about this, is I called back to civilization and I got the call that there's a snowstorm coming in. A snowstorm like 3 feet of snow where we have to leave. Not only does Rich have a plane to catch, we were going to postpone the plane. This is an incredible day, but we absolutely had to leave. 3 feet of snow that may never leave. It's in October and I can't get out of 3 feet of snow. Like it could be worse. So you can't get caught in a snowstorm out there because you'll die, or they'll have to send in a helicopter and search and rescue, send in a bloody tank to pull you out of there because winter's arrived. So we have to leave. It's our very survival is based on it, even though these incredible things are happening, because believe me, I'm going to stay, but we can't. So snowstorms coming in and the Sasquatch are just coming around like crazy, which will lead me into the video. So let's watch this sequence here, be impressed with the rock stack and all the stuff that's going on as Sasquatch is around us at this time. But we still have to leave. And when we leave, it'll get into our video for this week. So let's watch this sequence.
There you go. Oh, that's a nice rock. I like that rock. Holy crap.
Look at the hole it leaves. Like, that's obvious.
Yeah, it's really dirty, and the bottom of it, those other rocks don't look like that.
No. No, those other rocks almost look like they didn't come out of the ground.
Now, I wonder if I can make a handprint on here in this mud.
Our hands aren't as oily maybe as theirs.
To a tracker, he'll see that.
Right.
So there's my fingerprint marks on it. I think that's a great rock. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah?
Subtle is beautiful. That's beautiful. Trackers are so good. They pick up the most subtle things, and that's very subtle.
Look at the game trail right through here.
Oh yeah, there's game trails all over the place. That was in the documentary. We're not saying it's Bigfoot, but look, this is a game trail.
Yeah.
This is a game trail. Remember that?
Yeah.
There's just tons of them all through here. So I'm gonna go take this rock, and I want to go place it over by where these, look at them from a distance. Holy crap. Damn, boy. That did not happen naturally. So I'm going to put just one rock here. Just one.
So you can see that structure was built by Sasquatch. They put that there. They were interacting with us. We literally went over there, and there were those berries that are on top there. A Sasquatch put those there. So that was left for us. So we took those berries, ate them. Then we had these encounters. We took off, and then we heard the Sasquatch running around the bush, calling us, making sounds. We could see shadowy figures moving. So we went back, and that's where they gave me another gift. So anyways, watch this sequence, and it'll lead into the final sequence where we'll talk about the video that I'm going to analyze this week of a Sasquatch running very quickly alongside a road when someone's driving a vehicle. So let's watch a sequence and to its entirety, and then come back.
We're going to put apples, and holy shit. Wow. Yeah, whoa, dude! Dude! There's an apple over here on the ground.
No way.
Yep.
I see it.
man. I'm eating that one. Do you know what takes apples and drags them over? And you know what? This is not even gnawed on or touched. Holy crap, dude. Oh, they're totally here and doing this. Look at that.
Okay, who put that upside down?
Come on. Just like, remember I told you the pair, right?
Right.
And, oh wow, you know, this is so cool because I absolutely am certain a Sasquatch put this here. Nothing in nature will do this, nothing. Look at this apple. It is undamaged, just like oh, it's got gnawed on, shit. So, there's so many little rodents out here. But, this little rodent did not take this apple and put it like that. Even the frickin' chewing was like that way. And where's the little bits? Every time you see an apple that's chewed on, there's little bits.
There are no little bits.
I'm telling you, as a tracker, this is enormously significant. This probably got chewed on the tree because there's no bits around here. And a bear or a wolf or anything, elk, they'll all eat this. They would not just leave a wonderful apple just like that. Oh my goodness, look at that dude. Holy crap. Gift! Oh, I should be recording this. Sorry about the headache I just gave myself, because I know I'll be editing it. That's good. Are you believing this shit?
No.
Are you believing this shit?
This is crazy.
It's amazing. This is breakthrough stuff. I just had a major breakthrough today. Multiple major breakthroughs.
Maybe a passive approach is
Like-
a good thing.
Like, wow. Wow. Brand new day. Holy moly.
I wish we had another whole day.
I wish we had another month.
Yeah.
This is amazing. And there's tracks all through here. Well, and there's Sasquatch tracks all through here. We found lots. And the Sasquatch know I'm finding tracks here. You know, that's about the distance.
What was that?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That was over there. I heard something over here that Damn. I'm not even surprised. There's a Sasquatch over here. There's a Sasquatch moving my apples. Holy crap. Again. Duplicate the sound you just heard, please.
I'm not good at mimicking.
That's a crow. That's a crow.
Yep.
But just even just
It almost sounded like someone. Oh.
yeah. That's a crow.
That's a crow. A raven.
A raven. But just over, that's structure one's over there too, yeah?
Yes.
Maybe she went over there, saw the apple, saw your berries.
You're right. We're a fair distance away from there.
Yeah. That sound is coming from where structure one is. Structure one's over there, and that's where that sound's coming from. And we have to go home now.
We have to haul ass or I'm going to miss my plane.
Yeah, he's got an airplane, and you got to go home, and I have to go home. And I've been out here, this is my 6th day. This is my 7th day.
This is 6 days for me.
That's 6 days for my colleague today. And I am just absolutely blown away by this morning. Blown away. No words.
There are no people out here.
Isn't that awesome?
I swear on my mother's grave there are no people.
What's cool is, okay, so a Sasquatch moved that apple, and I could substantiate that because it's actually twice before an apple's been moved. Even on Survivor Man, we saw an apple way the hell up high. So that'd be 3 other times. An apple's been moved with no purpose whatsoever. No animal would do that. And now, as I told Rich, a pair distance, we found that same thing. The pair that I found was just up on a little log like this, just sitting.
What kind of poop is this?
That's horse.
Oh, that's horse.
Yeah, they come this far in.
Looks small.
The colts, right? They'll look smaller. Even we were looking at horse scat, and it looked like it was milky or had it, and I was like, oh, it's still, like we saw the colt sucking on his mom's tit, so it's milk and grass. Anyhow, so the apple out here is freaking amazing. That was moved. That's a Sasquatch. I just heard a Sasquatch over by structure 1 in the distance. So did my colleague. And this rock thing is brand new. Man, am I excited about that. I know I look a little crappy right now, make no apologies for it. This is what a legit person looks like when he's been out in the bush for
We haven't showered.
days and days.
Showered for days.
No showering. Holy shit, that's a interesting. It looked like it could be an ungulate though, whose foot dragged. Just tons of tracks out here, tons of activity. Holy cow. And this,
Kind of. Yes, no?
oh no, that's a print for sure. Absolutely. When you now put your foot in there. See?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a print now?
Yes, I do.
So that's a Sasquatch print. It's, who knows, that's maybe last year. I think you're in it backwards.
Oh.
I think this is the heel, and look, see the toes?
Right.
Right? And that's the way it goes down.
And then it slowly started to pop out.
And look how wide it is. So that's Rich's first Sasquatch track. Once you come step in it, put your right foot in it from this direction. No, that's, oh sorry, left foot,
Yeah,
my
left foot,
bad.
yeah.
Look at that.
And then
See
you
all the
could
space?
easily make it over to this log.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe not. That would have crushed that.
what a great track that is. That's a great track. Holy crap, that's an amazing track. Now, do you have any doubt that's a Sasquatch track?
No. And I'm anxious to put a gift in return.
So after this, all these things happen. This amazing stuff happens. I'm not recording anymore. I'm literally packing up all my stuff. I'm packing up for the end of the year. Like, I'm done. Snowstorm coming in. It's over. The Sasquatch are around us, making all these sounds. All this incredible stuff is happening. Our minds being blown. And we really want to stay. But we really know we can't. Chains on my truck, 4x4. You couldn't get in there in 3 feet of snow because under the snow is mud and crappy roads, like mud roads. So you put 3 feet of snow on there, there's just no way. It's ridiculous to say. I know everybody's going to be critical, but you can't. I can't hike 200 kilometers to get out. It's not going to happen. I'm not, it's just not reasonable. So, but anyways, as we were leaving, so this is why we're going in this video. I'm driving along, and I've seen this happen a few times before. We're driving along, our windows are rolled down, we're moving quite quietly, only maybe 15 miles an hour, and we hear a Sasquatch whooping and yelling and run alongside the vehicle. And I stop the vehicle, and Rich looks and goes, there's going to be tracks over there, there's more, evidence and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, we got to go. Like, you're going to miss your airplane. Like, we are going to have to haul ass. You're already late for check-in. Like, we got to go. It's a 3-hour drive. It's a long way. So we literally just look over, see the Sasquatch, say bye, take off. But I've had this happen to me 3 times in total, including that day. 3 times a Sasquatch has literally run along the roadside as I'm leaving a research area, and that's why I'm going into today's video. So let's take a look at this footage, and then I'll give you my review of it. So I got this footage from NVTV. So here we're coming along, we see that there's a tree busted over the road, which is very interesting. If there is a Sasquatch over on the left, maybe he broke a tree over, but I'm not seeing anything. They talk about there's the trees broken off at the end. Maybe somebody drove by and did that. So it is interesting. I'll give him that. So these guys are walking along, talking. The guy's filming, I don't know why. And then very coincidentally or conveniently, he pans left to his buddy, and in the wilderness on the left, precisely where he's looking, we see this large dark figure bolting along that really could potentially be a Sasquatch. So we'll have a closer look at it. Lots of convenient things are happening here, and it's just something that we'll have to look at and say it's very interesting. What I see here is the shoulders are not very wide, the arms aren't very wide. This is a very human looking black figure. The head black looks different than the body black. There's quite a few red flags with this. Is it a Sasquatch though? I don't know. I'll let you decide that. I'd love to hear in your comments below. This footage was taken from given to me with permission from NVTV. And, you know, the guys, I'll tell you, I'm not playing their audio conversation because they're talking about, you know, an inappropriate subject for children. But they're having a conversation. It kind of seems a little contrived. It seems very inauthentic. And if this really is a Sasquatch, then you need to get out there in the bush. You need to go see what the trees were like, how fast he was running. You need to see for the tracks. More investigation has to transpire. If you know more about this footage, or you are the person in the footage or taking the footage, I would love to contact you and speak with you, because I will tell you, if you're telling the truth, our conversation will reveal more truths, and if you're lying, I will likely pick you apart for being inauthentic. So, and if anybody knows about this footage or has more information on this footage, I would love to hear about it. I'm not going to really draw any more conclusions about it. Even the fact that I'll tell you, the Sasquatch, I've never seen them run low, move like that. It's just, it doesn't seem like he's, you know, doing anything more than a man. His body structure seems a little dumpy, as more like pants are being worn and a jacket than a muscular large Sasquatch. The proportions are off. I can tell you from experience, this bipedal being is not in the right proportions for a Sasquatch that would be. I mean, this being Freudian slips, right? Definitely looks, you know, in human proportions, likely, you know, around this 6 foot height area. And so based on that, based on what I've seen on my own experiences, this is not Sasquatch proportions. This is not a Sasquatch physique at the height of 6 feet. So could it be a Sasquatch? Of course it could. But those are my just opinions. Take them as you will. Thank you very much for tuning in for my Throwback Thursday video. I hope you enjoyed it today. Lots of cool information. And again, I'd love to hear your comments about what you think of this piece of footage, and even about the events that you saw transpire in that incredible incident that I had in Nordegg years and years ago. Just an incredible, amazing day. We have such incredible success. So this is my Throwback Thursday video. There'll be a Sasquatch Sunday video. I have Tuesdays now, Big Talk Tuesdays with Sasquatch Odyssey, and I'm live on Wednesdays. So take care, and I'll see you soon.